enjoy doing New Year's resolutions. I think they're a good thing. It's something I can better myself, you know. So like last year, my New Year's resolution was I had a fear of needles, so I wanted to get over my fear of needles, right? So then like this year, my New Year's resolution is to quit heroin. So apparently, my phobia was the only thing preventing me from doing heroin. So I'm working on that, guys. Been taking all my heroin needles, right? I put them in a haystack, right? So if I find one, I'm like, you know what? I earned this. Difficult to do. I found out I had schizophrenia recently after I started seeing a psychiatrist. Turns out he was never really there. Yeah. Yeah. That joke was given to me by M. Night Shyamalan. I stopped seeing my therapist recently, guys. I was seeing a therapist, and all he did was ask me questions about my mother. And guys, if you're seeing a therapist, do your homework. All right? Do not go see your mom's ex. It's like, no, she doesn't still talk about you, Dad. I suffer from premature ejaculation. My wife suffers. I think it's convenient, to be honest. It's like, wow, done already. Oh, man. Oh, I got so much more time now to jack off. All right. Getting things done. All right. I was in New York recently, guys. I was in New York, and I saw a guy masturbating on the train. Yeah, I was in New York, guy masturbating on the train. And I realized that's the difference between New York and Chicago, right? You go to New York, you see a guy masturbating in the subway. Where in Chicago, you see a guy masturbating in the subway onto a deep dish pizza. So it's different. So if you're abroad, you know, you'll see different cultures do things differently. You're in New York, you got to fold the pizza over, otherwise the sides will drip, you know. All right. I'm from Chicago. My wife is not from Chicago, so she will put ketchup on her Malort. Gross, man. No, my wife is from Michigan, and I don't know if you ever met somebody from Michigan, but when you ask them, hey, what part of Michigan are you from? They'll always do the whole like, oh, I'm from around here, you know. They pull out their hand because it looks like a mitten, you know. I'm from around there, you know. It's like, or if you meet someone from Italy and you're like, where are you from? And they're like, oh, I'm from around there, you know. Or if you meet someone from Florida, they're just like, oh, I'm from around. I don't know. I don't talk to people from Florida. I don't always like to get political, guys, but I got one question. One thing that bothers me a little bit. Why is it that brass knuckles are illegal, but an AR-15 assault rifle is not? Yeah. I use brass knuckles for hunting deer. That's a joke for everybody. So, you know. So if you're a liberal, that is a joke about gun control. If you are a Republican, that is a joke about punching deer. So, you know, both sides of the aisle there, guys. I was arrested one time, guys. I was arrested, and I remember I got arrested, and they gave me my one phone call, right? Got the one phone call, But the only number I could remember off the top of my head was Empire Carpet. So my cell looked awesome. You know? It's like, come on in, man. Take your shoes off. No, seriously, I got to make sure you don't have a shiv in there. This is prison after all, guys. I love doing this. I love doing this comedy thing. Been doing it for years now. It's one of the best things. It's one of the things I love. They say, like they're just saying, they say, do the thing you love and you will never work a day in your life, right? Especially if the thing you love is getting Nazi face tattoos. You will never work a day in your life. That's a saying, right? Don't quote me on that. That's also a saying, right? Don't quote me on that. I don't know who came up with that saying, but I guess we'll never know. Nobody ever quoted him on that. No? Oh. I lost a bit of weight recently, guys. I am currently less than my high school weight. Right? Yeah, good news. Less than my high school weight. I am 150 pounds. My high school, 800,000 tons. So, yeah, time for a cheat day. Am I right? I wanted to lose some weight, guys. I was afraid, I didn't want to wind up like my uncle, right? My uncle, he became morbidly obese, you know? And he got to the point where he just wanted to lose enough weight so that hopefully one day he would be able to see his feet again. That's all he cared about. But even after losing 250 pounds, he was still blind. So, he looked good, but he couldn't tell. All right, guys.